Welcome to the today's workshop to learn the AI and ChatGPT for research. So let us start today's session. Myself, Dr. Ajay Kumar, MDIO. I'm assistant professor in Department of Sostarutta and Google certified educator. So let us begin our session with the introduction to AI and machine learning. Some days before, I have gone through one program that is machine learning. So I thought this particular information will be helpful for you to understand better, to understand the functions, the flow of AI, how it will work, what is the exact logic behind this artificial intelligence, machine learning, today's generative technologies, predictive models. So I have taken the slides from that particular session. Now I will explain in briefly what is machine learning. So artificial intelligence is a broader one, and it is the most advanced model currently available, as it will mimic like a artificial intelligence. So machine learning, deep learning are also come under this subdomain of AI. It is artificial intelligence. If you know the concepts of machine learning, then it will be more easy to understand how the AI will work exactly. So that's why I am explaining initially this machine learning. So let us understand what is machine learning. So this person seeing the particular thing, then he is thinking that what is this? So what is this? So in his childhood time, at the stage of development, if he not at all seen the fish, or if he not at all know about the fish, he is not able to recognize this particular thing. But fortunately, in our childhood, we all see the fish, and our parents teach us by showing images or real thing, real fishes. This is a fish. So this is the natural way of learning in the human being. So then again, this is also another type of fish, and this will also look like a previous one, but this has some different kind of color and shape. Still, we are able to recognize this is a fish. Then ultimately we know the both are fish. So how it is possible to know we identified both are fish? Because in our childhood we seen different kinds, different varieties of fishes. Then we have already knowledge about or recognition of this kind of fishes, color, shape, and different variety. So we will think these are fish. So how we will know these both are fishes, even though they are somewhat different? We find some common characteristic features. We create some logic. The brain, our intelligence will recognizes a particular pattern, and it will interconnect that pattern and identifies these both are fishes. That's how learning is happens in our human beings. So what about machine learning? If the same things, like if you are giving the fishes photo or data or images, whatever type of format, if you give the data to the machine, then we will tell these are fishes. Then the machine, whether the machine will identify or not, the machine will not directly identify. We will give the input, these images or any kind of data to the machine, and we will trained that particular machine, these are called fish. We give the different kind of fishes photos or different kind of data to the machine, and we will give the data to the particular machine. Then we will make the machine to understand these all are fishes. Oh, after that, if you give the another new data, then the machine is able to identify the fishes. Actually, we are not given that this particular fish in while doing the machine learning. But even though if you give the new data, the machine is able to recognize it is a fish. So the machine is also recognizing the pattern of this particular data or this particular thing, and machine thinks this new data, even though we have not given this image to machine, it understood as a this particular image is the fish. So this is how, like a human intelligence, nowadays machines are also identifying the common pathways or the relations between the data, and they will make the some common characteristic or their label, whatever thing, whatever the technical things, even they are more complex. So the machine will identifies or create its own patterns, algorithms, and it will started like identifying the new data as like as human being. So this is the one of the base for this particular artificial intelligence. So machine learning is a part of the artificial intelligence. So what is machine learning? Learning is any process by which the system improves performs by experience. By giving number of data, the machines are prepared for to improve the performance and to improve the task and with experience. So that's why it is called as machine learning. So in traditional programming, what the initial days they are doing, they will give the input data and they have set some algorithm. If you give the data to the machine, the output will be for example, in like calculators or for example computers, if you give the particular input 2 plus 4, the algorithm is already set it. If plus comes, then you have to add that. So that kind, if you give the machine 2 plus 4, the output 6 will come. But in machine learning, they have given lot of inputs and possible outcomes are real outcomes to the machine. So input and output all are given to the machine, and the if a new data is provided, then the machine will create it that particular based on that learning. It will create some algorithms and it identifies the a new data and new thing, and it gives the correct answer. Then when we use this particular machine learning where the human expertise does not exist and humans cannot explain their expertise, models must be customized. Models are based on a huge amounts of data, if specifically in sometimes like Mars, where the actually human is not able to do the things, the machines are given or the machines are trained, and we will use this machine learning as a substitute for the human intelligence wherever the human intelligence are not able to work, or wherever the human is not able to recognize the huge data, very difficult data. Nowadays these machines are doing that particular task. Some more examples tasks that are best solved by using learning algorithms are, they will recognize the pattern whichever data we given, and facial identities, handwritten spoken words, and medical images. So nowadays if you are giving the large number of medical images, especially CT scan reports, X-ray reports, to machines and machines is trained, then if you give the new X-ray, then it will compares all the x-rays and it will interpret the that particular given x-ray based on all the data you have given previously. So generating the images, motion sequences, and in genetic also, if you give the genetic patterns or lot of genetic information to the machines, then if you give new data, it will predict the new anomalies, patterns, uh, everything about the uh, in genetics in common life as credit card transactions, unusual patterns of sensor readings in nuclear power plant. These are the other application of this particular machine learning. Future stock prices based on the current data, it will also explain the future stock prices and exchange rates. And artificial intelligence is program that will higher version of this particular machine learning. It will sense, it will react and act and adapt, and it will uh, understand like a human being, and it will sense and it will recognize feelings, variation in the patterns of language, text. So that's why it is called as artificial intelligence. Machine learning is subset of AI. I have already explained. Deep learning is also subset of machine learning, and computer vision is a subfield under the deep and machine learning, and it will allows computers to understand the images or videos. If you particularly provide some images, then the and ask for related that particular image, then the machine will understand and it will give the information regarding that particular image or video. Then once again, this is the definition of machine learning application. As I have explained, diagnosis, personalized medicine to drug discovery, prediction, and other field like administration in hospital management, and predictive analysis, diagnosis and prognosis, personalized medicine, pattern recognition, identifying the biomarkers for diseases, predicting patient outcomes, optimizing drug discovery. So this particular machine learning and artificial intelligence we can use in the this particular field. So this is all about machine learning, how the machines are built to perform the task. So that is the brief background. Now we will start our AI and ChatGPT. So basic concept of AI and ChatGPT. So AI means artificial intelligence. The definition is technology that enables machine to perform tasks that typically requires human intelligence. So AI is nothing but the machines and technologies are performing a task like a typical human intelligence. That's why it is quite the term is coined as artificial intelligence. Example: voice assistants like Siri and say recommendation systems on Netflix. For example, some particular apps, if you are giving voice command or voice based on your voice command, the machine will understand what you are telling and what you are asking. Based on that, it will search and it will provide the results. So that is nothing but artificial intelligence. Here the machine or that particular model is understanding what you are asking, then it will give the result as like a human being. And recommendation systems on Netflix, for example, if you are watching in a particular categories of movies in a Netflix, or you are searching more on that particular subjects, then the Netflix will gives the recommendation of that particular categories or more advertisement or whatever thing related to your interest, whatever you observed or seen that particular domain in the Netflix. So this all comes under the artificial intelligence. Then GPT, what is GPT? Generative pre-trained transformer. It is a type of AI model that generates human-like text based on input in it receives. So what is GPT? GP means generative pre-trained transformers. So lot of uh, pre-text is given, and that this particular AI model is trained by providing large number of data. That's why it can generate or human like test, and based on the input by in text, if you are giving any input by in the form of text, it will understand, it will generate, it will give the result. So this is the pre-trained AI model. For example, chat GPT. So what is GPT mean? Generative pre-trained transformer. So like application like chatbots, language translation and text compilation completion. For example, uh, if you are using chatbots, hi, so the chatbot will reply like a human being. It will identifies input of text, and it will generate text as like a human beings. And language translation, so if you are using English, then you can translate it in the other language. And text completion, if you are typing in some particular some application, if you are typing some word, it will shows the proper word or with proper spelling. It will advancedly show you you are writing this, typing this particular word. So these kind of things comes under the generative pre-trained transfer. So chat GPT is a conversational AI model based on the GPT designed to stimulate human-like dialogue. Generative, why it is called as generative? Based on available data, it can create a new text, images, or music just by rather than analyzing. It will create some new content by existing data. That's why it is called as generative AI. LLM, large language model. It is a AI model trained on vast amount of text data to understand and generate human language. So ChatGPT is also LLM model. So huge number of text data. The data is given to train this particular AI model. So whatever kind of language in the text format you give as a input, it will understand and generate that particular response, because it has trained with large number of text data. That's why it is called as large language model. So prompt in chat GPT, I will show demo what is the prompt. So whatever you are asking to chat GPT, so in generally what we will do in chat GPT, in search bar, we will write or type in general what is diabetes, what is, so whatever doubt or whatever question is there, you will simply ask or you simply type and search in the chat GPT. So that one asking or inquiring in chat GPT is called prompt. So prompt means it is the text or question you provide to the AI to generate response. So input, that particular inputs guides the that chat GPT or AI exactly what you want to know or discuss. That's why it is called as prompt. So simply in simple terms, you can tell it is a text, but in the language of ChatGPT, it is called prompt. So how we should ask or how we should give the prompt to the ChatGPT? Certain kinds of rules or some certain kind of things you have to follow to get the proper outcome, because ChatGPT is trained with vast large languages. So if your prompts are not clear and not specific, it can give unrelevant and unrealistic response. So that's why you have to provide detailed and precise prompts for better responses. How precise and how detailed prompt you will give, so the machine will understand exactly what do you want to know, or you what do you want to discuss. Then it will give the response according to that. For example, if you are typing simply tell me about health, then what are the benefits of yoga for mental health? So these two, for example, if you are simply typing tell me about health, so it will give the vague answer or in general responses. Or another example, specifically if you are asking like yoga for mental health, then it will give the what are the benefits of yoga in mental health specifically. So whatever thing you want to know, ask specifically, then only it will give the proper outcomes. Then use complete sentences, formulate questions or prompts in a complete sentences to avoid the ambiguity. For example, simply if you type exercise and health, then the chat GPT will give different kind of outcomes. But if you give the prompt like this, how does exercise improve cardiovascular health? Then the prompt will be considered as better one, and the outcome from chat GPT is also better. So that's why always use the complete sentences and uh, proper prompting, then it will use the proper outcome. Ask one question at a time. For example, if you are asking any questions to ChatGPT, never give all the queries at a time. So ask the one by one questions. Then because the chat GPT will answer step by step, it will be more specific and clear, and it will also have memory based on previous question what you have asked, what you want to ask, asking in next question. It will understand, and based on that it will give the outcome. And provide context when needed. Include background information or context if question requires it. For example, if you are typing like what is a definition of biostatistics, it will give the one outcome. If you type as I am a lay person or I am a non-medical person, explain me what is biostatistics, then the output is different. Here you are giving the background, I am non-medical. Or if you are typing I am a researcher, explain biostatistics in detail, then the outcome is different. So based on context and background also, the outcome varies in the chat GPT. Be polite and considerate, use polite language, and always give the proper prompts. Uh, there is a one format: role, goal, restriction, and format. Role means give the role for ChatGPT. For example, if instead of asking what is diabetes in ChatGPT, give the role to ChatGPT. As a diabetologist, explain me what is diabetes. So you are giving a role of diabetologist to the ChatGPT. That is the role. Goal. So whatever thing you want in diabetes, so that is goal. Restriction. What is the restriction? Explain me diabetes, type 1 diabetes or type 2 diabetes only. And format, which format you want information, whether it is a text format, whether it is a table format. So or any other specific format, it will provide. So you just type role, goal, restriction, and format. Then if you are not giving prompts properly, then it will simply waste. As one known quotation is there, give a garbage in, garbage out. So if you are putting prompts like a garbage, the outcome is also like a garbage. So always use proper prompt to get the proper outcomes in the chat GPT. So these are a lot of AI apps. As many of you have already attended the basic workshop on AI of previously. So those who not attended, I will share the recordings of that also. Please watch that particular recordings, and I have explained all these particular AI apps in that particular sessions. So this workshop is for only research purpose. So that's why I'm not explaining all these things. You can go through that particular recording and you can explore yourself. I am also sharing this PPT also. So this is for additional those who not attended basic workshop of AI. So now start today's session. Uh, Research, AI usage in research. So now the research will start from identifying the research problem. The very first step in the research is identifying the research problem. Traditionally, what we will do to identifying the research problem. So whenever you go to the any research, whether you are doing PG or PhD or any research, the first and foremost thing is the in which thing you are going to do doing the research. So before starting research, you have to search for a what is the research problem. So where you get this particular research problem, you may go to the real world and you may see what are the problems, real problems in the medical field. So or you can go through the literatures, previously done researches. So what is the problems or what are the difficulties they have not uh, find any answer for that particular problems. So you can ask your guides, researchers for this particular any problem. Then you go with that particular problem, and you want to find answer or solution for that particular problem. So this is what we commonly do, identifying the research problem in our specific field. For example, in lifestyle diseases, we have not a satisfactory results with the modern medicines or whatever field or area you feel there is a something we want to do or something new innovation or something new we can add to that particular area, then we will identify research problem. Then we will call research problem because we have to find a solution for that problem by doing our research, and it can be done through research, and that's why it is called as research problem. Some problems you cannot do research and you cannot explain by research, so they all problems are not research problem. So that's why identifying the research problem is the most important one. So now I will show how you can identify some research problem related to your area or your subject field by using ChatGPT first. Later on, some AI tools also I will explore. So now we will move on ChatGPT. So this is a window of ChatGPT. So now briefly I will explain what is ChatGPT. So here, this particular ChatGPT, the OpenAI.com, many of you already using ChatGPT. There is a no need of very basic things. So this is ChatGPT 4.0. So in a free version, ChatGPT 3.5 you are getting. If you have a paid account, then it is giving 4.40 version. So what is the difference between 3.5 and 4? I have already shared one document. What are the differences between 3.3 version and paid versions? So generally, the paid version gives the more authentic and more reliable data because it has a large number of data. So that's why it has large number of options to do the things. So that's why ChatGPT paid one will give the more better result for the uh, outcomes. even free version is also do the same thing. But if you want some limitations are there in 3.5, some advanced outcomes will not come, and some additional attaches, some additional things will not be there in the 3.5. So for example, how to find a research problem. So for example, you gone through all the classical methods, then you are not still able to getting the research problem. Then you ask your seniors, guides, and any other persons. They are also given some suggestions. So if you ask ChatGPT that particular same questions, what are the outcomes it will use? What are the ideas it will use? Let us see. For example, I will give the prompt. I am a PG scholar, PG scholar in department department of Swastarutta. So you can write your subject Swastarutta. I want to conduct research. Can you explain unidentified research problems in my field? So this is first one I am giving prompt. The ChatGPT now understand I am a PG scholar of department subject belongs to Swastarutta. My purpose is I want to do research. So give me an unidentified research problem in my field. So let us see how it will respond. So I am giving okay. So it will taking some time. In the field of Swastarutta, there are several unexplored or under-researched areas that could serve as a potential research problem. Here are some unidentified research gaps you can explore. See, digital and AI-based Swastarutta applications. What you can do in this particular field, how AI and digital tools analysis the implementation of Dinacharya Ritucharya in modern lifestyles, development and validation of AI-based personalized health recommendations. The ChatGPT understood what is Swastarutta, what is the purpose of this subject, and it is giving the most recent things. What can you do as a novel? So this kind of suggestions. And impact of Swastarutta on non-communicable diseases. So effectiveness of Ayurvedic lifestyle modification in preventing and managing diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular diseases, Ayurveda-based behavioral interventions like Sadbuddha and lifestyle to controlling the obesity metabolic problems, Prakriti-based dietary and lifestyle modification in managing the PCOS and thyroid disorders, and preventing strategy for mental health, Swastarutta and gut for Ayurvedic dietary guidelines, Patya Patya and gut microbiota composition, Panchakarma therapies in gut detoxification, connection between Swastarutta principle and gut-brain axis, and Ayurveda-based public health interventions, effectiveness of community-based Ayurveda wellness programs in urban and rural populations, Swastarutta-based school health programs. So we will learn, we all know Swastarutta school health programs. So integration of Swastarutta-based school health programs for improving children's health and recognition. Ayurvedic lifestyle intervention in corporate wellness programs, Ayurveda and sports medicine, Ayurveda nutrition and lifestyles in enhancing athletic performance and recovery, Abhyanga Shweda Rasayana therapies in preventing injuries and improving sports endurance. So it has identified whatever things comes under this particular subject, all the domain it has connected, and it is giving the possible suggestions. See here, impact of Rutucharya on seasonal disorders in the era of climate change and global warming. Traditional Ayurvedic strategy for heat stress, air pollution, and water contamination and prevention. And validation of classical Swastrutta concepts like Shatkarma, fasting, Ayurvedic oil pulling. So these kind of broad idea this particular chat GPT is providing. So if you give the proper context, then only you are expect this kind of outcomes. Otherwise, it will give very vague and not relatable one. So now you can go through this particular outcomes, and now you can see whether it is relevant. If you feel relevant, feasible, then you can go through that particular research problem. Otherwise, you can refine again and again. There is no limitation to giving the prompts. For example, now I will select this particular thing. I will copy and I will ask further question. Can you explain properly in detail how I can do research with this problem? Let us see what research plan. Now it is giving research plan. See, effectiveness of Ayurveda lifestyle modification in preventing and managing diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular diseases. You can take any one disease, only diabetes or hypertension and cardiovascular disease. So it will give a general idea. This research aim to how Ayurveda lifestyle modifications can prevent manage chronic non-communicable disease like diabetes. Then primary objectives, secondary objectives. It is giving broader idea. So you have to narrow down it step by step, and according to you, you can. It is giving all the things: prameha, hypertension, cardiovascular. Because we are not asking specifically for any one disease, so it is giving general outcome. So based on your convenience, you can take any one disease, and it will also giving the study design. You can choose one of the following research design. If you want observational study, cross-sectional study, or if you want to do the interventional study, how you can do those following Ayurveda life modifications. If in an intervention group, those following conventional treatment alone. So you can make the two group. If any patients, diabetic patients on medications, you can categorize as them into two groups. In one group, along with medication, Ayurveda lifestyle disease or modification, or whatever you are recommending, and another one is simply following the conventional treatment. Then you can go for the measure the impact of that particular lifestyle modification by measuring blood pressure, blood lipid profile, heart variability rate over a 3 to 6 months. So this kind of idea it is giving. So if you go through further narrow down, if you ask particularly specifically, it will give the specific answers. Just I will show one thing. Uh, so it is nothing but by practice by giving prompts, and if you practice, it will make you perfect. It is not like that it has a border. What I am telling, that much only you can do. It never have any ends. You can do yourself and practice, give randomly some prompts and do and learn. Nothing more than that in this particular chat GPT. So now I am giving effectiveness of Ayurveda lifestyle modification in preventing and managing diabetes. Lifestyle modification I am specifying like Vyayama. Which lifestyle modification Vyayama? I am specifically giving Vyayama and managing diabetes type 2 in adults age between, because I am narrow downing, I have feasible to get patients of this particular age, so that's why I am giving this particular age range just for uh, demo purpose. 50. Now explain me how I can conduct research. So now it is taken Vyayama. This study aims to assess how Vyayama influences, as per as Ayurveda, prevention and management of type 2 diabetes adults, to evaluate the effectiveness of Vyayama in preventing and managing. Study secondary objectives: to compare the impact of Ayurvedic Vyayama guidelines, conventional recommendation, effect of Vyayama on fasting, insulin resistance, literature review. So whatever related to that particular Vyayama and type 2 diabetes, it is suggesting interventional study design, randomized control, interventional group. Vyayama is the protocol as per as Ayurveda, control group standard exercise regimen recommended by the ADA. So in Ayurveda based exercise, whatever principles are available are the Shakti Vyayama. So whatever you feel specific according to Ayurveda, you can give interventional and one control group. Then this is the method. So like this, you can ask ChatGPT to more and more deeper and specific. It will goes on keeping answers you. Ultimately, if you find it is suitable and correct one, then you can go with that particular research topic. Then again, you can also give the prompt like uh, give me suggestions. The study should be um, not in the very limited resources like our money and other facilities. Then how I can do this particular research, or guide me as a specialist in research, as an expert, guide me how to conduct. So this kind of prompt if you give, then the chat GPT will gives the more specific and more relatable answers. This is one of the usage of identifying the research problem in specific field or a specific domain. So I have shown with this Swasthata, you can go with your subject Agada Tantra, Kriya Sharira, whatever. So let us start with one by one question. Just ask one question, then from generic to specific, you move on in that particular prompt only. So at a time, if you give the all the questions, then the chat GPT may not be a give proper outcome. This is the first use, how to use the chat GPT to identify research problem. So next, formulate a research question. Now how you can formulate research question? Sometimes you identified a research problem not by chat GPT, by your own or by any other method. Then to convert it into a research question form. For example, you feel, um, doing exercise, or by exercise, just for example, by exercise, the blood sugar level are reduced. So this is the research problem. Then how to make research question? So if you go to in general, what you will do, whether exercise reduces the blood pressure, blood glucose level. So like that you frame the research question. But if you want more specific and more precise in grammatically and more sound one, then you ask for ChatGPT. For example, I will give this example. Found I found a research problem. Exercise reduces blood glucose level. So make this statement as a research question. So just see what it will give. See, general research question. Does exercise reduces blood glucose levels? This is a general research question. So specific research question. How does regular physical exercise affect blood glucose levels in individuals with type 2 diabetes? Or it may comparative research question. Is there a significant difference in a blood glucose level between individuals who exercise regularly and those who do not? See, simply by single prompt, it created the different kind of research question, from general research question to more specific research questions. If you see, does exercise reduces the blood glucose level? It is also in the form of question, but it will not conveying more information. By reading research question only, the people are not able to understand what exactly your question or what you are trying to solve by your research question. If you see this comprehensive, is there a significant difference in the blood glucose level between individuals who exercise regularly and who do not? Then mechanism oriented research question. What physiological mechanism contribute to reduce blood glucose levels to exercise? Interventional based research question. What type and duration of exercise are most effective in reducing blood glucose level? So this kind question it has generated. So most appropriate one and suitable one, you can take this. Is there any significant difference in between glucose levels between who exercise regularly and those who not? So I will copy this and give make more specific uh, specific in term of blood glucose. Which blood glucose level, whether it is fasting or after the ppbs, post blood glucose level. So glucose level, let us see what ChatGPT will take. Later on we can give the and duration and type of exercise. So now we will see how it will specific. See, what is the impact uh, of moderate intensive aerobic exercise? Example, a brisk walking for 30 minutes on the postprandial blood glucose level over a 2 hour period in individuals with type 2 diabetes compared to those who not engaged in the regular exercise. So this is specific research question that has created here. What is the impact of moderate intensity aerobic exercise? A brief asking. You can also write this. What is the impact of brisk walking for 30 minutes on postprandial blood glucose level? Take whatever thing you want. So 80% work will be done by ChatGPT and percent of work we have to postprandial glucose level in individuals with. So I have taken whatever thing I want. So I need this particular portion and I will click here. Then it will further refined. What is the impact of brisk walking for 30 minutes and postprandial? So see here, I have already taken specific one and well, because from this generic I have taken what is the impact of brisk walking for 30 minutes on prandial blood glucose level in individuals with type 2 diabetes compared to those who do not engage in regular exercise. Already I have given correct one. So that's why ChatGPT is telling your research question is already well structured and specific, but to make it even more precise, research ready, you can refine it as follows. See here, it is adding how does a single session of 30 minutes brisk walking affect postprandial blood glucose level over a 2 hour period in individuals with type 2 diabetes compared to a sedentary individuals. So if you write this particular kind of research question in your synopsis, then there is no question of refine your feedback, like refine your research questions like this. So this is how you can write type in your research question whatever research question you already framed. You want to make it more specific and more formal, then you can use the chat gpt. So this is how we can use the chat gpt for identifying the research problem and making the research question. So like this only you can also make the research hypothesis from your research question or your research topic. So whatever mm, thing you want, you have to give proper prompt. That is the most important one. If you are not giving proper prompt, then it will give the more general one. And you, ChatGPT is not a final. You have to know that which one is I should take and where I have to modify it, because ChatGPT will do 80% of work, 20% of work you have to do. So this is the usage of ChatGPT to identify research problem and making the research question. So I like this many AI based applications are there to identify the research problem or research question. Uh, Many AI based things are there, but I will show with one paper. Moreover, all are same kind, but the data, what kind of data they are using, that depends the outcome. So now I will show with the PaperPal, and I will explain this particular AI tool for different purpose. Now I am showing this PaperPal for the purpose of identifying the research problem. So for example, search here, search diabetes. No documents are there. Here we have to upload our documents, and uh, we can ask, and general search is also there. Just for why it not showing. So see here. Here, a lot of options are there: edit, rewrite, write, research, translate, template, checks, chat PDF. So here I will click on templates. So it has a lot of features in this particular paper file. Now I want to know the some identify some research gaps or research problems in the my field. So I will click on brainstorm. So how paper can help? So now whatever prompt you asked in the chat GPT, let us copy that particular uh, uh, same prompt only in the paper file. So let us see how it gives the suggestions. I'm copying same prompt. I am pasting here. So I will click on the brainstorming. So because it is also AI based application, how this is the this is giving idea. See, it has generated some things. As a PG scholar in the Department of Sustrutta, there are several potential undefined research problems you can explore. Here are some ideas, tips to identify, conduct your research. Modernization of traditional practices. Investigate how traditional Sustrutta practices can adapted in integrated into modern lifestyle without losing their essence. This could involve exploring ways to make ancient and health maintenance techniques more accessible and appealing to the younger generations. So, as like we can think Brahmi Muhurta, Brahmi Muhurta concept we all know. So, in today's era, how we can adopt that Brahmi Muhurta according to this generation and according to this particular lifestyles, because in that particular time the people are sleeping earlier and they are wake up also earlier, but due to lifestyle changes and other things, so how we can modify these things? What is the Brahmi Muhurta? What time we can consider nowadays consider Brahmi Muhurta? So to follow the Brahmi Muhurta regimen, what are the things we have to modify in particular today's era's lifestyle? So like that we can think based on these suggestions. Then seasonal variations in dosha balance. Study the effects of changing seasons on dosha balance and geographical research. Swasthata intervention for chronic disease. Potential Swasthata principles in managing and preventing chronic disease like diabetes, hypertension. Then Prakriti assessment tool, develop and validate new methods or tools accurately determining individual Prakriti. This could involve creating standardized questionnaires or exploring use of modern techniques to complement the traditional assessment methods. Developing new tools and examine the effectiveness of Swasthata practice in promoting mental health, environmental factors and imbalance. Swasthata in pregnancy and postpartum care. Then integrating Swasthata modern preventive medicine, combine Swasthata principles with contemporary preventive healthcare. Swasthata in gut microbes. So it is also giving somewhat some are less similar kind as ChatGPT. So these are the ways how we can find the ideas by using brainstorm function of this paper path. So like this, many AI tools or softwares are there. They are also working based on similar kind. So you can just simply ask your question, but give the proper prompt. So whatever AI software you use, you give the proper prompts, then only it give the proper outcome. So today, uh, this is I have taken lot of time because simply explaining a lot of AI applications without in detail, it will be very not useful. If I explain 2 3 AI softwares and I will give the link of that other AI tools, you can explore yourself. Because if I explain paperfall and if I give another applications link, you can do by your own, because more or less the principle and method of use is also same. So that's why I am explaining in detail with the important features and with important AI application. So today we done how to identify research problem and research um, by using ChatGPT and Paperpal, and how to make research question also. Then further you can also do, you can upload with the research papers related to that particular subject, and you can identify the research gap or probable new problems they have not solved in that particular research. That is also possible. I will show tomorrow by by that method also. So today, if there are no queries, so in chat box also, if any queries are also there, then you can ask me later on also. I will explain or demoing in the next classes, because in very less time it is not possible to explain in detail. Today I am going very slower and in detail. From tomorrow I will explain uh, comparatively somewhat bit faster. So this is for today's session. I hope the whatever thing I have explained in this particular session you understood. So if there are any doubts, you can ask in the tomorrow, or you can message me in the WhatsApp. So I am able to answer at any time. Thank you very much for attending this session. So those who not attended, you may go through the recording later on. You can ask any doubt if you have. So once again, thank you all. Good night. I'm ending the session.